Alright, Shalom, Yasha'Allah. Back with another GMS on the go. This is the Raleigh, North Carolina camp. Before we go any further, we'd like to give all honor, all glory, and all praises to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son,
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakar.
Next up, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone from teaching us the truth according to the Bible and who rule well. And a double shalom to all the sincere Akim throughout the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth and righteousness and sincerity to the best of your ability. Me and one of the brothers were able to get up today through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Shah, Yahweh being the Heavenly Father, which His name means He is or He exists, who the word He calls God, and Yahweh Shah being the only begotten Son, which His name means, He saves or He delivers, who the word He calls Jesus. We just gonna go into a lesson on how, missiles are gonna destroy this place called America. You see, when these missiles hit this place called America, 200 million of them, that's gonna be the end all be it all for this place called America. So without further ado, we're gonna dive right into it. We're gonna go to our first precept. Whatever you got.
God, give me a second, I'm getting it.
If you're not, give me Isaiah 13:5. Start off with that.
Okay, yep.
Unless you got something.
We'll get yours. This is Isaiah chapter 13, verse 5, and it reads, "They come from a far country, from the end of heaven. Even the Lord and the weapons of His indignation."
That's right. And what's coming from a far country? From the ends of heaven. You see, even Yahweh Ba'ashem Shah and the weapons in the nation. That's talking about those 200 million ICBM missiles. You see that Russia, China, Syria, North Korea, and so forth on, are going to send over to this place called America and destroy it. You see, Russia, China, Syria, all these different countries, they're at the end of heaven. You see, they're at the end of earth. And they're going to be the ones that send these missiles to destroy this place called America. That's how this place America is going to be destroyed, by these 200 million ICBM missiles that they're going to let loose.
And it reads, Isaiah chapter 13, verse 5, "They come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord and the weapons of His indignation."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because the Lord's Spirit is going to be on the missiles, so none of the missiles are going to be able to be stopped by, America's so-called defensive missile system. None of the missiles are going to accidentally run into each other and explode before they can hit their mark. No, Yahweh Shema Shai Spirit is going to be guiding those missiles so they hit this place called America.
That's right.
And it reads, to destroy the whole land.
Right, to destroy the whole land of this place called America. And again, what's going to destroy this whole land? This place called America? Those 200 ICBM missiles. You see? Because all these other nations, they're gearing up, to go to World War III, to shoot those missiles to destroy this place called America.
Yeah, I guess something. This is Jeremiah 15:14. "Put yourself in array against Babylon round about." And Babylon's America. And it reads, "All ye that bend the bow, shoot at her." And that, everyone who has that nuclear capability, who has the capability to shoot their nuclear missiles, they got the nuclear silos which are able to shoot the missiles from this from where they're at, from all the way from China, all the way from Russia. It says, shoot at her, shoot at America, spare no arrows, for she hath sinned against the Lord. Yeah, so what, Yahweh Shema Shai, with His righteous anger, is going to use these ICBM nuclear missiles to destroy this wicked, sinful kingdom called America for all its atrocities, atrocity they've done to the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, for them destroying the earth, polluting the air, polluting the water, feeding our people with GMO foods with chemicals and drugs in it. This is the judgment that Yahweh Shema Shai has declared for this place. I'm going to read it one more time.
Okay.
This is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 14. "Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, all ye that bend the bow." Yeah, so every nation with nuclear capability. You got Iran, you got Turkey, you got China, Russia, Syria. All these nations with nuclear capability, even America's allies, are going to turn on them. "All ye that bend the bow, shoot at her, shoot at America, spare no arrows." Because what? Spare no arrows. What? After this World War III, after this world's war, this is going to be the war that end all wars. "For she hath sinned against the Lord." So yeah, Yahweh Shema Shai is going to destroy this place for all his wickedness that's promoting across the four corners of the earth, equal rights, a woman being over a man. The list goes on and on. These abominable foods being promoted, such as shrimp, pork, crab, lobster. Sodomy, yep, bestiality. That's what's promoted here in America. I got a precept.
Mm-hmm.
This is 2 Ezra 16 and 13. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp.
Right, those arrows, those missiles.
And it reads, and shall not miss.
Right, because once these other nations shoot those missiles to this place called America, they're going to hit their target. And once those missiles hit, it's going to destroy everything in this place called America. You see, you people are going to be destroyed. Buildings are going to go down. Cars are going to be destroyed. Everything that you see around you is going to be destroyed once these heathen nations shoot those missiles over this way to America.
Yep. It's not like when the alarm for the missiles going off, or China shot their missiles. There's not going to be any hope here in America that maybe we can make it. Maybe our bunkers, maybe only one will hit. We're gonna we can knock them out the sky.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing like that is gonna happen. And it reads in 2 Ezra chapter 16 verse 13, and shall not miss when they shall begin to be shot into the ends of the world. And that's how it's not talking about normal arrows. It's not just talking about arrow that a man, that archer shooteth. It's talking about those nuclear missiles, because you can't shoot a normal arrow from one end of the earth unto the other. Verse 14, behold, the plagues are sent, and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled, and shall not be put out to consume the foundation of the earth. Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backwards, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again. Yeah, so what? Once these missiles get shot off, that's going to be the end of America, That's going to be the end of Babylon the Great. And what the scriptures talk about, every prophet, all the prophets prophesy of America being destroyed, Just got to read the scriptures.
Can you get one for me? Isaiah 9:5.
Yeah, I'll get that next.
Yep.
This is Zechariah chapter 14, verse 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem.
That's right. And what's that plague? That's going to come upon all the people who fought against Jerusalem. The elected nation of Israel.
Mm-hmm.
Those 200 million ICBM missiles. That's the plague that's going to come upon you heathen nations. And 2/3 of our own people came against the elected nation of Israel.
That's right, because Jerusalem is a people before it's a place.
Mm-hmm.
It's not talking about the land of Jerusalem, no. It's talking about the people, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and certainly the elect of the elect of the nation of Israel. Zechariah 14:12, and this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet.
That's right. It said their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet. And what can make your flesh, consume away while you're standing upon your feet? Those 200 million ICBM missiles. You see, because when they hit, and you people are going to be, standing upon your feet, burning away. Your flesh is going to be melting off your body.
That's right, because these missiles are higher than the sun. There's you think of Sarah Connor from the Judgment Day 2, Terminator Judgment Day 2. They show a good depiction of that. You've seen the movie Watchmen. Even though it wasn't a nuclear blast, it was a energy weapon. What, they got swept off of their feet and they basically turned into dust. That's what's coming to America. There's always depictions of the world ending with bombs. They show you in that TV show Smallville,
They show you in the movie also called The Knowing, too.
Yeah, The Knowing, that's facts. With
Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage, yep. They show you all these movies of America always being destroyed. They show you in these animes. They show you, because the Lord is putting in the minds of these directors to direct. So the sincere listeners, can have a visual picture of how it's really going to go down. Mm-hmm. Zechariah 14:12, their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. Yeah, so they're going to be burnt up to a crisp, the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai is playing no games, you know? These people talking all proudly, they're going to be destroyed. Isaiah 9:5. It's Isaiah chapter 9, verse 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise.
That's right. It said for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise. You know, and that's talking about what? Your ancient battles, your ancient wars. You see, because that's how your ancient wars are fought, with confused noise. You see, because what? You will have, one group of people on one side of the battlefield and another group of people on another on the other side of the battlefield. And what would they have? They'll have swords in their hands. And the next thing you know, what would they do? They'll take off running to each other, screaming, hollering, yelling. And as soon as they get to each other, the swords will be clinging against each other, making a whole bunch of noise. You see, and also the sword will be hitting a shield, from another person trying to avoid getting cut or stabbed. You see, so that's how your ancient wars were fought, with confused noise.
Isaiah 9:5, and it reads, and garments rolled in blood.
Right, and garments rolled in blood. You see, because after the war was over, the battle, what would happen? Everybody would be cut up and stabbed. You see, it would be blood all over their body, all over their garments. You see, it would be blood all over the ground. And again, that's how your ancient wars were fought, with confused noise and garments rolled in blood.
But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
Right. But this war, World War III, is going to be what? Fought with burning and fuels of fire. And what's going to make that burning and fuels of fire? Those 200 ICBM missiles, that you see when you look in your news about these other nations talking about sending missiles over to this way called America.
That's right. Give me 1 second.
So missiles, are going to destroy this place called America. So the ones of you so-called Negroes, Latino Americans who don't want to take heed to the men of the Lord, who will come and thus said the Lord, thus said the Holy Bible, you're going to get caught up in, what's coming to this place called America, that judgment.
Here, one more. It's Isaiah chapter 54, verse 16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire.
And what is a smith? A smith is
someone works on metal.
The water, bro. Someone who works on metal. But the modern day smith is the scientist.
Yeah, because you have the gunsmith, back in the ancient days. But it said what? The modern day, like the brother said, the modern day smith is a scientist that bloweth the coals in the fire. You know what? Yahweh Shema Shah has given them that power to split the nuclear, to split the nuclear atom, the nucleus, Isaiah 54:16, behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work.
And what's that instrument that these scientists brought forth through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shah, for their work? Those missiles that they're creating. That's why you look up, you see all these different nations, having the technology of these missiles. Because what? The Lord put the spirit on these modern day scientists to bring forth the missiles.
That's right, because what? The missiles are going to be known for a cleansing agent to cleanse this wicked, sinful kingdom called America, That fire is the cleansing agent that the Lord is going to use. And it reads, and I have created the waster to destroy.
Right, and that waster, which is those missiles, that's what's going to destroy this place called America, when these heathen nations, send those missiles over to this place called America and destroy it. So that waster is those missiles, and they're going to destroy this place called America.
That's all I got.
Okay. You want to get one more? You get that 2 Peter 3:10.
Okay, good. Yeah.
We close out on that.
This is 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night.
That's right. So the day of the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah, who the world calls God and Jesus, they're going to come as a thief in the night. Meaning what? They're going to catch you when you're not paying attention. They're going to catch you off guard, in your nakedness, when you're sinning. You see, because when a thief breaks into your house, they catch you when you're not paying attention. They catch you at your weakest moment. And that's how Yahweh Shema Shah is going to come. They're going to catch you people off guard.
Especially those who aren't watching, because the thief doesn't announce himself and let him know when he's about to break into your house. No, he stakes the house out and he looks for the perfect opportunity, And our people are distracted. The Israelites are distracted, the majority of our people. So what? When the Lord comes, it's going to be as a thief in the night. It's going to catch you off guard.
That's right.
And it reads, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise.
That's right. And the heavens is talking about what? Esau's rulership, his kingdom. It's going to pass away with a great noise. And what's going to make that great noise? those 200 ICBM missiles. You see, because when they hit Esau's kingdom, you know, it's going to be loud. Boom, 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 boom. You see, that's what's going to make Esau's kingdom, his rulership, pass away. Again, those 200 million ICBM missiles.
In the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
And everything in Esau's kingdom, you know, is made up of elements. You know, the people, the trees, the grass, dirt, cars, houses, you name it. Animals. Everything is made up of elements. And it's all going to melt with fervent heat. You know, from that fire, from those ICBM missiles when they touch down in this place called America.
That's right. And it reads, the earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness?
That's right. So seeing that all these things are going to be dissolved, you know, burnt up, you know, melted with fervent heat, what persons ought we to be in all holy conversation and godliness? You know, mean that how should we be conducting ourselves? And you know, we should be conducting ourselves, following the ways of Yahweh Shema Shah, doing what's pleasing in their eyes, you know, following at the righteousness sake, you know, which is keeping the law, statutes, commandments of the Bible to the best of our ability.
That's right. You know, this is the holy conversation we're having right now by doing this lesson. Verse 12, looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of the Most High, wherein the heavens being on fire,
Esau's rulership,
shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
Mm-hmm. So again, saying the same thing over. Esau's kingdom, you know, his rulership, everything that's in this kingdom is going to melt with fervent heat. It's going to be dissolved, burnt up.
That's right. This is the last part. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for a new heaven and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness.
Right. So, you know, Lord will be some men of the elect. We're looking for a new heaven, you know, a new rulership, a refreshed rulership, you know, in a new earth, a refreshed earth, you know, to where, you know, no more chemtrails, no more GMO foods, no more fluoride water, and so forth on. We're in dwell of righteousness.
That's right. When Lord Yahweh is ruling the planet Earth again, and the earth is brought back to a paradise, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you want to say anything else?
That's it.
Yeah, go ahead and close out.
Kind of, you know, so with that, I hope you so-called Negroes, Latino, and Americans have been edified. It's been another GMS on the go. This is the Raleigh, North Carolina camp. Before we go any further, we'd like to give all honor, all glory, and all praises to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son,
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakwadash.
Next up, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who teach us this truth according to the Bible and rule well, and a double shalom to all the Sisiakim throughout the four corners of the earth, pushing the truth from righteousness and sincerity to the best ability. Till next time, shalom.
Shalom.